So if the barrier to being an effective apologist is fear in many ways, then the antidote in that is fear, but a different fear. The question is, who do we fear and what do we fear? So I know that sounds strange that I would say fear is the answer to fear, but when we read in in 1 Peter chapter 3, there's a statement that says, always be ready to give an answer to those who ask you for a reason for the hope that is in you, but do this with gentleness and respect. Now, the word that's translated respect in most of our English translations is actually the word fear. So the gentleness then comes from knowing that I am a sinner in need of God's grace. I'm his child, beloved by him. How did he treat me? He didn't bring on me the judgment that I deserve for my sin. He patiently gave me opportunity to come to him. So how should I treat someone else? Patiently, gently. There's another verse from the Old Testament quoted in the Gospels about the Lord Jesus, and I absolutely love it. It says that he won't crush a bruised reed. He won't snuff out a smoldering wick. And you see that time and again in the life of Jesus when there was someone who was broken, who was marginalized, who was aware of their sinfulness. Jesus never came in and crushed that person. He came in and brought to them the hope of the love of God, the grace of God. So I want to learn from him to be gentle with other people the way he has been with me, at the same time as being bold in proclaiming the truth about him. And I think that combination of boldness when we're talking about Jesus, but gentleness in our attitude to people, is the most powerful demonstration of the truth of the gospel in our age, because people find it hard to compute the idea that you could believe that I'm wrong about stuff because you've said that Jesus says it's wrong. You believe in sin. You believe there's problems in my life, but you're still so gentle with me. How can you treat me in this way as if I am precious when you don't agree with me? And I think that in itself is a space that opens up relationship and opportunity to talk. And I think the third thing I would say, so I've said, well, I'll say four things, but very quickly, the other 2 points. So I've said we need courage or boldness. We also need gentleness, let's say compassion. 2 more C words, so courage and compassion. Conviction. We need to know what we believe and be ready to explain it, always be ready to give a defense, Peter says, for the hope that is in you. And we need a clear conscience so that we have to take seriously our integrity as believers. And Peter says that in 1 Peter 3, having a clear conscience, so that when people accuse you of something, then you're able to say, no, look, I'm suffering for doing what is good, not for doing stuff that's bad. I'm not a hypocrite. I don't have hidden secrets. So if those things are there in our lives, we better confess to them, own up with them, deal with them before God, and then testify to his goodness. So courage that comes from fearing God alone, compassion and gentleness that comes from seeing people the way God sees them, the way the Lord Jesus treated them, conviction about what we believe, knowing it and how to explain it, and then a clear conscience that we don't have hidden secrets, that we're people of integrity.